impact of COVID-19 on Indian economy, it is found that already GDP has declined very rapidly. Industry sector GDP or industry sector production has declined very rapidly. Service sector shows a declining trend. Already that data is there. That figure tells us how the service sector GDP has declined very rapidly. That is there. To be simple, lockdown policy that we adopted from 24th March, irrationally, illogically, it was imposed on the entire country, and all economic activities were very much suffered. As the result of that, GDP declined quarter-wise as well as for the entire year. Industry sector very adversely affected, more than 23%. Service sector very adversely affected. Only agriculture growth was positive. Positive. That is the impact of COVID-19 lockdown policy on economic growth of India, that is GDP, agriculture, industry and service sector. It was very adverse quarter-wise as well as for the entire year. It has declined very rapidly. That is there. And this requires to be analyzed. When we try to analyze the impact of lockdown policy on economic growth of India. Go ahead. Now this talks about, all of us know, trade plays a role in economic growth of India, and therefore it is said that trade is an engine of economic growth. But during the lockdown policy, you can see there how the trade balance has become, negative. How it has been increased frequently and subsequently, that is found. Go ahead. This you can see how tourist industry was affected. You might be knowing Vijaypur, now it is known as Vijaypur. Vijaypur is a tourist place. The number of tourists arrived in India during the lockdown policy has declined very rapidly. And tourist industry helps us in the growth and development of the economy that didn't contribute. It is because of the lockdown policy that we adopted. Here you can see how capital inflows into Indian economy. All of us know, you are being students of commerce, economics and science as well. Finance is the lifeblood of the economy. And if finance is adequate, its flows are into a proper direction and up to the mark, then it can help us in growth and development of the economy. But that didn't succeed during the corona pandemic and adversely affected growth of the economy as a whole. But on the contrary, internet use has very rapidly increased. Online, you might have learned online. Because of that, internet use has increased very rapidly, but that has put additional burden on the students and all society as a whole. To that extent, internet was not being used, but it is because that offline facility was available, internet use has been increased. That is the case. Now, so far as adverse impact, it is clear that the lockdown policy that we have adopted, it was just irrational, it was illogical, and it was not demanded and expected as well. What was expected? It was expected to adopt lockdown policy zone-wise or specific area-wise that could serve economic growth that has been hampered by lockdown policy. But we didn't endeavor in that direction. Now, why this happened? This happened because it adversely affected growth, industry sector, agriculture was little bit, but it also affected service sector, employment, unemployment was very badly affected, and labor and migrants worker very badly affected, and poverty was increased, and inequalities also increased. Now, why this happened? Why lockdown policy adversely affected economic growth, industry, agriculture, service? Number one, consumer expenditure declined. Number one is consumer expenditure declined. You can see that graph. How the consumer expenditure has declined very rapidly. If consumption is there, demand is there. Demand is there, production is there. Production is there, then growth is there. Because of fall in consumption expenditure, it adversely affected economic growth. This is expenditure. How expenditure of the people declined? Because employment opportunities declined, unemployment increased, purchasing power is not there, so no demand is there, and consumption spending is not there, and that adversely affected economic growth of Indian economy during corona pandemic. This talks about consumer price index, decline in demand, fall in prices. But prices of agriculture commodities increase because of the no access to the market that has happened. This is what we'll talk about, industry index. Industry purchase managers index, and this purchase manager index tells us that because of fall in demand, fall in consumption, there is fall in index means production also. Fall in index means fall in production also. This is loan extended decline because no production is there, fall in production is there, no demand for loans, and consequently extending of the loans has declined very rapidly. Go ahead. Capital formation declined because no demand is there. Go ahead. Business expectation, that is business environment was not favorable because of lockdown policy. No transport facilities were there, and therefore it was adversely affected on the economy of decline in business and service sector. Foreign direct investment has declined during the corona pandemic. Go ahead. Manufacturing sector, that purchasing managers index for manufacturing sector shows that because of falling demand, production of manufacturing was not taken, and consequently there is a fall in industrial and manufacturing production. Utilization, capacity utilization has declined, very rapidly declined. Go ahead. Government expenditure has declined. During corona pandemic, government didn't spend in that extent to which it is desirable and required, and therefore government expenditure also shows a declining trend. Go ahead. This is fiscal expenditure of the central and state government, that also has declined. This service sector has declined, therefore purchasing managers index for service sector, that shows a rapid decline. That is an indicator how service sector was hampered by economic this lockdown policy that we adopted, that is there. Exports have declined. Imports have also declined compared to the previous. Vehicle exports have declined. You can see last bar. This export of fruit and nuts also declined. Dairy production exports have declined. Dairy product imports also have declined because no number of restrictions were there. Foreign trade has declined. Exports of oil mills declined by 70%. Of meat and dairy declined by 45%. Of engineering goods, exports declined by 42%. Thus, exports have declined very rapidly, which can help us in growth and development of the economy that is there. Unemployment rate has increased very rapidly. You can see from 7.9% to about 24%, 23.5%. Rate of unemployment increased. What has happened? In India, 10% is formal employment and 90% is informal employment, and migrant workers were very adversely affected. All activities were closed down, and no business was there, no small enterprises were there. Therefore, migrants workers which were working in informal sector, they suffered a lot. How to live, where to live, what to eat, that was the problem before the migrant laborers during the corona pandemic. This Oxfam report tells us in corona pandemic, unemployment increased, employment generation fell, poverty increased very rapidly. And that increased in the globe as well as India. Poverty increased rapidly in the world and India as well. Now, government provided economic stimulus package for the revival of the Indian economy, adversely affected by economic growth of India, and that package is of 20 lakh crores. Government says that package is of 20 lakh crores, it is 10% of GDP. And that includes Reserve Bank of India measures also. And in addition to that, Government of India also introduced reforms. And those reforms were just privatization. Privatization of coal, minerals, defense, atomic energy, solar, air transport, education and health also. It was privatized. Next. Actually, in India, stimulus package is very lesser compared to the foreign countries. You can make a comparison. In foreign countries, even Corona was a global problem. It was spent significantly higher in foreign countries. In America, it is 11% of GDP. In Israel, it is 6%. In Spain, it is 15.29%. But the first package in India, it was introduced, it was just 0.85%, less than 1%. Go ahead. This is how our package was lower than that of the other countries compared to the other countries. Go ahead. In addition to that, Reserve Bank of India also introduced certain measures, and those measures also tried to control, but to that extent it didn't succeed. Go ahead. Go ahead. The peculiarity is that government says the package is 10% of GDP, economic stimulus package. But experts have calculated and they say it is 0.91% of GDP. 0.90% of GDP. Go ahead. This gives us data. And how it is 1% of GDP, that has been estimated by institutional and individual researchers. That gives us. Go ahead. In foreign countries, financial help was given in cash through transfer of income. But in India, that was not done. It was in the form of economic stimulus package and credit, especially loans and advances. So that didn't serve the purpose. Go ahead. In foreign countries, especially for small businesses, the help was significantly higher and major share was a direct transfer of income. But it was not attempted in the country like us. Go ahead. Because of unlock and some measures, recovery is taking place. But to that extent, it is not taking place. Go continue. Last part. Go. Last. Now, just I will place before you what is latest position. This data is for 15th February 2021. 15th February. And the data tells us that in the third quarter of the year 2021-22, India's GDP has grew at the rate of 1.5%. According to ICRA, it is 0.8%. According to State Bank of India, it is 0.3%. According to CRISL, that is rating agency, according previous, that is minus 3.2%. And I have data also, Purchasing Managers Index for industry sector and service sector. That also tells us that even though unlock we have started, some economic stimulus measures have been started, but to that extent, that didn't serve the purpose. And now I am moving towards my last part of lecture, what is needed. What is needed so far as revival of the economy, so far as rehabilitation of the laborers and workers, so far as moving towards the previous position, that is pre-COVID position of the Indian economy, number one. Number one is that economic stimulus package which was announced and implemented by the government of India, it was just inadequate, 1% of GDP. And I am of the opinion that there is a need for new economic stimulus package, and at least it should be 10% of GDP. You are students of economics, commerce and management, you might be heard of Great Depression. In the Great Depression of 1929 to 33, higher expenditure was incurred. As the result of that, economy was revived. So here it is needed economic stimulus package of at least 10% of GDP, and that should be sector specific. For industry, it should be separate. For agriculture, it should be separate. And for service sector, it should be separate. Then second suggestion is that there is a need for financial assistance, that is direct assistance, that is direct transfer of income. If labor are suffering from unemployment, if migrant laborers are suffering from unemployment, government should transfer money directly to the laborers, directly in the accounts of the laborers. We called it as a direct transfer of income. But this was not endeavored. this was not endeavored in economic stimulus package during the corona pandemic period, and therefore direct transfer of income from government to the workers, government to the farmers, government to the laborers, that is required. What will happen? Their purchasing power will increase, their demand will increase, and to meet that demand, production will increase, employment will increase, and that will help us in revival and recovery of the Indian economy. Third is, at global level, basic universal income scheme is being practiced. What is that scheme? That scheme is, every citizen has a right to survive. And it is duty and responsibility of the government to make survival possible of every citizens in that country. And everybody should be given income in terms of cash, monthly and yearly, so that at least basic necessities of life will be satisfied and that person or citizen will survive. And that scheme is suggested by United Nations Organization, and it is being practiced in many countries of the world. Now it is high time to accept in India, so that migrant laborers, so that agricultural laborers, so that informal sector laborers will get minimum income and they will survive. At least basic wants of their can be satisfied, and that scheme is necessary to be implemented. Then free distribution of food grains to poor labor and migrants. Now agriculture is favorable. Even lockdown policy has affected agriculture. Food grains production is adequate and sufficient. And there is no purchasing power, therefore no demand. So government should freely distribute food grains among the poor, among the laborers, among the migrants, so that the stock of the food grains production will be disposed of properly, and this strata of the society will survive. Unless and until you have food grains, unless and until your want for food is satisfied, you are not in a position to survive. And we have stock of food grains production, and in this year also it is going to add to the stock of food grains production. So government should distribute food grains among the poor, among the laborers, among the migrants, free of cost. Free of cost, that will survive them, and they will be ready for work. Whatever the employment, whatever the work they will be allotted, they will be assigned. Then Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Program is being implemented to generate employment opportunities and to provide physical work, physical labor to the workers. But this scheme is implemented in only rural areas, and it is not adequate. The employment generation through Manrega during the corona pandemic, it is little bit. It is not to the extent desirable and to the extent required. So my suggestion is Manrega should be extensive and intensive. All those who are desirous and want to work, employment should be given to them, and wages and salary should be given to them, so that their purchasing power, their demand, that will help us in recovery and revival of the economy. At the same time, this Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Program should be implemented in urban areas also. Because in urban areas also unemployment is higher, informal sectors are higher, migrant workers are staying in greater magnitude. So this scheme should be implemented in urban areas also, that is there. Next is that we now cannot adopt lockdown policy, because lockdown policy has hampered very significantly economic growth of India, very significantly industrial development, very significantly that service sector development, employment generation, exports and unemployment also. And therefore we should open up economy, but we should take a precaution that the spread of corona is not taking place. Because at this moment also there is no medicine on corona. Even though it is suggested that some vaccines are there, some cases are coming up that vaccines are adversely affecting. Vaccines are adversely affecting. So my suggestion is you should take a precaution. That precaution is make use of mask, you make use of sanitizer, and maintain physical distance, not social. Make physical distance and take precaution. Lockdown policy is not affordable because we are back in 40 years so far as growth is concerned, and we are back more than 40 years so far as employment is generated. And therefore, our precaution, we should take precaution so that corona will be spread, corona patient will increase, and deaths will take place. So what you can do, make use of hand wash, make use of mask, make use of sanitizer, and maintain physical distancing. That is the precaution. At this moment also, no medicine is there, and vaccines are not effective. Vaccines are bad reports are coming up. Vaccine was given by one person and he passed away. Some you might be reading in newspaper. So my request is, take it seriously. This disease is very serious, and take precautions. Sanitizer, mask, distancing, and hand wash. Make use of that. What is required? Credit facility is required. Unless and until loans and advances are there, industry development cannot take place. Agriculture development cannot be speeded up, and service sector cannot be developed. It is therefore there is a need for opening up of this banking and financial sector. Banks and financial institutions should extend loans and advances to small farmers, to medium farmers, to small scale industries, to startup industries, and then only that can help us in the revival of the economy and speeding up economic growth of the economy that is there. Next is infrastructure development is required. Road is there, transport is there, communication is there. That is very much needed because infrastructure facility has a capacity to generate employment opportunities. And when employment opportunities will be generated, that will give some income to the people, that will increase purchasing power, that will increase demand, that will provide motive and incentives for employment generation and production. And so, therefore, infrastructure sector should be given a priority in the development. Then next is, whatever development policy that we adopt, that policy should have pro-employment. First of all, to what extent employment will be generated? If we want to increase GDP growth of India, if we want to increase manufacturing sector growth of India, to what extent employment generation will take place, that calculation estimations are very much needed. And unless and until employment is generated, growth has no meaning at all. Only production is taking place, but it is not being demanded, it is not being consumed, it is not being purchased. This growth has no meaning at all. If employment will be generated, people will get income, they will demand will increase, production will increase, and further it will help in growth and recovery of the economy. So what extent employment will be generated, that policy is necessary to be adopted. And lastly, only government is not sufficient and adequate. It is also our duty and responsibility as well to help to the government to obey rules, protocol, any acts those have been enacted by the government relating to the control of corona pandemic, relating to the growth and development of the economy, etc., etc. And therefore take a precaution that physical distancing is maintained, hand wash is used, sanitizer is used, and prominently face mask is used. These are your weapons. No medicine is there, no vaccine effective. So you are yours protectors. So these are the measures which are helpful for us. Otherwise, again second wave is coming. You might have heard. Second wave of corona is coming. In Maharashtra, Mumbai, Pune, it is increasing. In Maharashtra, in Vidarbha, Amravati, Yavatmal, cases are very rapidly increasing. So take a precaution that it should not reach here. And it is in the hands of yours only to take precaution. And no medicine at this moment also there. And vaccines are not effective to the extent desirable and required. So we should behave like a responsible citizen. We should cooperate to the society, and we should also cooperate to the government. As the result of that, our teamwork will help us in controlling and restricting the spread of the corona pandemic on the one hand, but on the other hand, it will also help us in protecting economic loss or loss to the Indian economy that will take place. Already it has put a heavy loss to the economy. At the same time, people will survive and people will enjoy their life. That precaution is necessary to be taken. But we should go in this direction. Then and then only it can help us in the growth and development of the economy and revival of the economy as a whole. So, the summary of my lecture is lockdown policy was not rational, it was not logical, it was necessary to be adopted specifically. It very adversely affected growth of the economy, GDP, agriculture, industry, service. Prominently, employment and unemployment increased, poverty increased, inequality increased, and therefore it is urgently needed to restrict this trend that is there. So, new package, then incentives and motivations for increase in investment, then universal basic scheme, government expenditure should be increased, and export promotion should be endeavored. As the result of that, infrastructure development, pro-employment growth strategy, and our behavior as a responsible citizen, the sum totality of that can help us in revival of the economy, in speeding of the economy, and at the same time controlling the growth in corona patients those are taking place. I hope in that direction all of us will endeavor. You should endeavor, you must try for that, and try for revival of the economy as well as restrict and controlling spread of the corona pandemic as well. Thank you very much. I am stopping here.